One recording studio.
All right. Welcome to the Swerve Show, folks. We have a full house this evening. It is the week after Thanksgiving.
Is that late?
Yes, it is. It is.
Wow.
And December 1st is fastly approaching. So we got a full house, of course, as you can see. We apologize. We were a little late getting up and launched.
We had some technical difficulties.
A little slight technical difficulties.
Yes.
And you see the one person is missing, but you're there. We love you. So I'm Jamil Fletcher, publisher of Swerve Magazine, and we have, of course, Tony Nelson, the legendary, the one and only.
Oh, well, thank you.
And another beautiful blazer. He's got always beautiful blazers. Racine Pendarvis with the smile shirt. Look at you.
Yes, salutations.
All right. Can you see us? Can you move us?
No,
in a
you
bit?
every time.
Not you.
Y'all push me further and further to the end.
Not you. I'm talking to the producer.
shade
There you go. And then we've got our special guest, the beautiful Renaissance man himself. Tyrone.
Somebody said they were waiting for 2 hours. Hi,
Ooh,
Facebook
not 2
Live.
hours.
Like and share.
The kids, they're never happy.
Like and
the children. We have Tyrone DJ Suspense.
Yes. We love
Spencer.
DJ Suspense.
I love y'all too.
All right, so we're gonna get started because we got a full house. So of course, our November-December issue is still hot on the stands, featuring the one and only Terrell Carter and his beautiful self, our original Man Crush Monday. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's.
I thought I was a Man Crush.
Yes.
You can be next year.
You're the man.
And he sings too. So
Yes, he does.
I want to draw attention to Racine. She's doing her annual question and answers.
Questions from our viewers.
From the viewers
And
right,
I'm
around the
answering-
country.
I'm answering all of your questions.
A la Dear Abby. Dear Abby wants her trademark back. And so, of course, we have advertising opportunities both within the magazine and also for the show. Just contact myself, Jamil, at swervemagazine.com. All right? So what's going on with folks? With me, just happy to be back from Thanksgiving. My Eagles are almost in first place after we beat the Skins this week. But that's a whole nother story. I just sat at home and ate and slept too much. What about you folks?
I had
worked.
a wonderful Thanksgiving.
I worked. I DJ'd.
I had plenty of bird.
Of course.
You had what for Thanksgiving?
Plenty of what?
Plenty of bird.
All right.
A bird? Okay.
Bird.
Did you make turkey soup as well?
Yeah, plenty of bird and a lot of meat.
And Tony, what you got going on, Tony?
What I got coming up, I'll be at Club Ziegfeld's on the 7th of December.
Oh, we don't have a flyer for that, but I had to get one for that.
Yeah, that's
is that
gonna be
Daryl's? That's Daryl's
First
event, right?
Friday with Daryl Wilson.
That's right,
and,
First Friday.
DJ Cedric and
Hey, Cedric.
And that's in Washington D.C., y'all.
Show is hosted by me. We're going to have the Sabrina Blue and Alvion Davenport from Richmond, Virginia, going to be my guest that night. We're going to be celebrating my birthday part 2.
All right.
We had a
Part two?
fabulous
How
time
many
at
parts
your
are
birthday
there?
I missed the
party.
first part, and your birthday is not even till what? December 9th?
My birthday is December the 9th. We had a fabulous birthday party this past Sunday. Racine was in rare form.
I saw it. I saw some of it on social media. I'm sorry I missed it.
I got my live.
Racine was in rare form.
All right, so Racine, what you got going on?
I have several
There
different.
are two things.
My
I think
people
I have two
sent you
flyers.
some imagery.
We're going to run through these pretty quickly. There you go. March 6th. We got plenty of time for that.
Yes, our 8th season comes back.
Has it been 8 years?
Yes,
8
8
years.
years of the Ask Racine show. So
Yes,
if
it has.
you follow us on social media, please follow us at AskRacine.com, AskRacine@gmail, AskRacine.com. Please, if you'd like to be a vendor or musician or a dancer, we're seeking to fill up those slots. They are almost filled for 2019. We are always looking for volunteers and sponsors and collaborators. Please send us an email at AskRacine.com. Please reach out to Team Racine. Zara is our production manager, and he holds it down, and he will return all of your messages. So please email us as soon as possible.
All right. So Ask Racine show. You know, it's been 8 years, and I haven't got my royalty check. Did you get yours, Tony?
I never got my. I believe I was on the first. I was on the panel of the first show.
I think you
I,
were.
I
I
believe
know
I
I've been
was.
on
and I'm
some.
still
I think I
waiting
was
for
the
mine.
DJ on like the second or third
Yes,
show.
you
Yeah,
were. You were.
I
All
believe
of you
you
been
were.
involved.
I think my people need to
That's
talk
what
to your people.
teamwork is all about. And also, AIDS World Day is coming up December the 1st.
That's very
Okay.
important.
And yes, AIDS World
Well,
Day.
we're going to talk about that. So I got something special for that. Okay, so let's go right to. Well, do you have anything that you want to talk about?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to talk about swirls and chords and all that. later
Okay,
on.
well, that's what I was going to talk about.
Okay.
Other than my Facebook Live show every Sunday at 4
And we're
Hi,
going to talk about
everybody
that too.
in
Okay, all right,
Facebook
then I'll be
land.
quick.
All
Like
right,
and
so
share.
we're going to keep moving because I know time is going to kick us. So news, real quick. We got Mike Espy, who was a Democrat running for Senate. He lost that race, okay, to Hyde Smith, who made references to lynching, okay, in Mississippi. I think we have an image for that. Do we have a quick image for that? You do? There you go. Cut out, yeah. All right, y'all. So, I mean, Mississippi, what's going on in Mississippi? It's got the largest black percentage
But they
population.
also are dealing with a lot of voter suppression.
I'm sure.
So
I
we
know
have to
they
be
are.
very clear. The voter suppression is alive and well. And as much as we think that it is a backward place, I believe that because of voter suppression and because of the powers that be.
Well, they say it was the closest race that they've had thus far.
Which-
So it's coming. The
Right, it's
blue
getting-
wave is coming.
And the
getting
fact that it was so close, I think, and then you had Alabama, and you have things that happened in Georgia.
Well, they
and
stole
Florida.
Georgia and Florida
Well,
from
they
us.
stole those things, but these races were so close. I think that these are signs of things to come and the changing of the South. I really do.
Hopefully it changes by 2020.
Well, it might not be that
I
soon,
do believe
but-
people are sick of it, and people, it's coming to everyone. Once again in Facebook land, like and
Yeah,
share.
hey Mike, I
Daryl
see Mike,
from
Darnell,
Unities, Two Line
Daryl
Blue,
Johnson, Will Steen, hey y'all.
JJ, all of you,
He
all
says,
of us.
He said, Will says it's Mississippi. Are you really surprised?
Not at all.
Actually, I thought Mississippi was going to do something a little bit better.
I thought they were going
I
to do
really
better
did.
too. I did
And
too.
it's not like they didn't know who Mike Espy was.
Oh, yeah,
if you want to,
yeah.
He was an unknown non-brand.
It's so Republican. You know, it's and
It is.
race based. That was race based.
It is race-based.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to keep it moving.
Right.
So, of course, December 1st is World AIDS Day. I think we have a quick image around that.
Yes,
and so,
we
you know,
do.
that is the day around the world that we acknowledge and we pay homage to those who have passed and gone on from AIDS. And then also we reignite and reignite ourselves around the fight to address the epidemic.
Right, it's never going away.
And that being said,
It could go away if we come together.
yeah, it's definitely. And you know, they pick themes every year, and this year's theme is Know Your Status. So I want to run a quick clip from Phil Wilson, who is the executive director for the Black AIDS Institute right now.
As it stands today, between 40 and 50% of new HIV/AIDS cases in this country are black. Nearly 50% of people living with HIV in this country are black. Nearly 50% of the AIDS-related deaths in this country are black. Every day is Black AIDS Awareness Day at the Black AIDS Institute. Black communities were slow to respond to the AIDS epidemic. During those years when many black people believed that it was someone else's problem, the virus had a chance to get into our communities. The challenge is to get ahead of the epidemic, ahead of the virus. And that has been the hallmark of our partnerships with J&J over time, because they know and we know that the epidemic is not over in our community, and it's not going to be over if we stop talking about it.
All right. Shout out to Phil Wilson at Black AIDS Institute. And, you know, he's resigning this year.
That's what I heard. I did hear that.
Yeah,
I
so-
did hear. I'm also, you know, I like to say that I have the honor of partnering up in one of our local organizations for Spice this weekend, celebrating World AIDS Day at the Anacostia Arts Center, and it's Saturday at 8 p.m. So you can, if you're following me on all forms of social media, I am tweeting that out.
Plug. Okay, all right. That's
And also, I just got a wonderful surprise. Prince Riot Pendarvis is in the house. He came to cheer us on tonight.
Hi,
but
Prince.
I just got a lovely,
love him.
beautiful from him, his partner, well, him and his husband, Brad, just told me this evening, before going on air, that for my holiday present, they're taking me to see Paul Abdul at the MGM on
Really?
Sunday. That was my holiday gift from the two of them.
Oh, congrats.
I'm
That should be
so
nice.
excited.
Is she singing or dancing or both?
I don't care. I want to
Lip syncing and dancing.
Lip syncing. She doing the Madonna.
Straighten up.
She's doing the Madonna.
I want to see all of that. I live for Paul Abdul.
All right, yeah. So let's keep it moving. Okay. So what's hot? Let's run into that real quickly. we've got the Black AIDS Institute, of course. They're holding their Heroes in the Struggle event on December 1st. And Jussie Smollett is the chairperson, and he's hosting it. Wow. I know they're honoring Lettucey, Billy Porter, and a series of people. So it should be interesting. They do something every year. And I know they're really paying tribute to Phil and all the great work he's done.
Wow. Amazing.
Mm-hmm. And then another World AIDS Day activity, the Truth Project in Houston, Texas. That's Kevin Anderson and the folks. Hey, Kevin, hope you guys are listening. You guys are doing some great work. I know this is supposed to be a new project you're doing with the University of Houston and their LGBTQ Resource Center. So that should be interesting. All right. And then we've got the Messiah.
The Messiah.
December 15th. And this is an all LGBTQ cast featuring our very own Tona Brown, the classical pianist and coloraturist. And they're going to come on our show, I think, in another week or so just to talk about this show. This is sort of groundbreaking. And it's going to be held in Arlington, Virginia, if any of you are in the area. But these are some talented folks, y'all. It's going to be great.
Ooh.
All right. All right. So we've moved that
There's
right
a
along.
lot. I think we did. You know, I can just say, also, I don't think we talked about the wonderful celebration that the Duke Ellington School of Arts is doing. I'm sorry, but I think, since Yarday is not here, we have to speak on his behalf. The School of Duke Ellington Arts is putting together an all star lineup this weekend at the school.
This weekend?
This weekend.
Everything's got to
It's
happen
an
this
all-star
weekend.
celebration.
That's the way it goes.
Yes, it is. December the 1st.
Everything is happening this weekend.
And it kicks off at 2 p.m., 2 to 7 p.m. So
Okay,
you
my
can
event
still
starts
go.
today.
Huh?
My events start today.
Your event start today?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, your event starts today.
At 8. 8.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Now there's one other thing I did want to mention, y'all, and I want to go back up to the top, Jacob. A good dear friend of ours, Buddy Sutson, he's got a GoFundMe campaign going on. He's trying to raise some funds to handle some expenses associated with the loss of our dear friend Conrad, his partner. And I've been posting this GoFundMe out. I hope everyone has seen it.
I saw it.
We're looking to raise $7,500 so far. I think in a day we've raised he's raised probably over 5,000. Wow. So he's right at that mark. Buddy's a great person in our community.
Buddy's an amazing person.
You know Buddy.
Best of Washington.
Oh my God. Yeah, Buddy's been there for everything. He's been on the board of everything. He's been involved.
God bless them.
And so I hope we can be there for him. I spoke to him earlier today.
Sounds like it's amazing. Cool.
Yeah, so
I think we can do it. We can
do it, folks. So it's on. I posted on our page, on my personal Facebook page, and then on the Swerve magazine page as well. So folks, give something. You got $10, $20, $100. Come on, let's take care of Buddy, because Buddy's always there for us.
He's
all right,
been taking care of us.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna keep it moving. Another hot thing going on is Choir Boy, and that's Terrell McCraney's play.
It's amazing.
It's back on Broadway now, and it's got a new cast, and one of the individuals is the kid that's on Queen Sugar, and I think we have a small clip.
Kid?
Yeah, the one that's the little kid.
Cool.
Yeah, Noah.
This play is amazing.
Yeah,
I've
so,
seen it.
and
I have
seen
too.
iterations of it. This is great. Let's run
It's
that
amazing.
clip.
2, 2, 1, 2. I hear rocking in the land and ringing the bells, rocking Jerusalem, ringing their bells.
We did this back off Broadway. It was my first job in New York City. I got to know and experience Terrell, and now cut to 5 years later, he has an Oscar, and here we are about to take this play to Broadway.
This is the first commission I got out of grad school. MTC was kind enough to commission me, and they said it could be about anything. And I said, well, I need to write about this moment of trying to figure out how to be a man. And so I wanted to find a microcosm for those power struggles.
When you're in high school, everything is sort of multiplied by 100. Getting in trouble feels like a really big thing. Falling in love feels like a really big thing. Failing, losing feels a lot heavier than it might. The music at the school allows the students a place to channel those emotions.
Everybody's hiding a little something, and everybody ends up having to sing or be a part of a song that has something to do with directly what they're trying to cover up.
We're able to feed off of each other and have a good time. That's like when we're singing, most of the time it's the one thing that we all agree on.
There's this one particular moment in the show that I really love because these two boys sort of just like sing together.
in a moment of understanding and trust. That's what makes Choir Boy so stunning, is that it's not a musical, it's a play that's about music. It's a play about legacy. It's a play about what we tell each other and how we talk to each other. That's what's gonna make it different from other plays that you've seen before.
I'm excited to see where we live, 5 years later.
Man, Trip's ace. His directing style is very passionate. He really puts his whole self behind it.
Even though this is a very patient story, I think Choir Boy does something where it will take audiences of 5 to 500 along for that ride.
It's a bunch of black, beautiful men on stage and telling our stories, our truth, and that doesn't really get to happen on a Broadway stage like that.
I mean, it's Terrell McCraney, man, like the huge win with Moonlight. I think him coming back to Broadway, coming from off-Broadway with MTC and bringing the show 47th Street is gonna be very exciting.
It's good acting, great writing. You're gonna be wowed.
All right, yo, that looks amazing.
All right.
It does. It looks good.
And the version they did here at the Studio Theater, there was some nude shower scenes.
Yes.
Powerful.
Live, fully
Powerful.
nude shower scenes.
It was very powerful. The music, the whole plot, it was wonderful, and I recommend to everyone, please.
Yes,
see
so
it.
we ought to go up and see it. Yeah,
Let's do that.
Let's do it. Let's
We
pick
should
it.
have
It
a
starts.
Swerve night and just go up.
Stop-
having a
stop
Swerve night,
committing,
just us.
I'm not committing.
Just us going. Nothing involved.
Because
in
Racine is
promoting.
always saying, "Let's do a Swerve night." I'm like, okay, who's gonna pay for that?
Swerve.
I do say that. Swerve.
Yeah, exactly.
Swerve.
So I think it starts December 12th. So make sure you go up and see that. All right. And since we're on the Broadway kick, our musical spotlight is an artist, Alex Noel. We featured Alex a while ago. You may recognize this individual from Glee. I mean, I forget which pronoun he uses. I think he uses she.
He's a two-spirit person.
Definitely two-spirited.
So we embrace he and she.
He and she. So she's on currently on Broadway doing Once on This Island. I think that's what they call it. Once on This Island.
Once on This Island.
Right. Yeah. So and this is the song called "Mama Will Provide." So let's run that.
You never been away from the sea, child. You're gonna need a helping hand. A fish has got to learn to swim on land. Walk with me, little girl, don't you be afraid. Oh, little girl, let me be your guide. Oh, a pretty thing like you. We'll need a thing or two. Whatever you need, Mama will provide. Down the road, little girl, you may lose your way. All alone in a world that may seem too wide. But sit on my motherland, and I will draw 'em up. And whatever you need, Mama will provide. I'll provide you to soften the road, to sit on, to sleep underneath, fun for your toes, to fill up your belly, to fan your face, for making your bed.
Mosquitoes?
Birds will fly, little girl, and the night will fall. All alone in the dark, you'll be terrified. But you will make it through, 'cause I am liking you, and whatever you need, Mama
All right, y'all.
That's amazing.
Alex Noel, he's amazing. He is. She's amazing.
Two Spirit. And I understand that one. What did you say, Racine won the Tony for best
revival?
Yes.
Revival. Right.
Security.
So we got to definitely check that out. All right, y'all. So we got DJ Suspense. So
Yeah.
should we call you Ty or
No. You can call me Ty in the gym.
Jim? Okay. And this is the first time I've really seen him with clothes
You know what?
with fully clothed.
This is not quiet. This is not choir boy.
This is not true. I do wear clothes.
I mean, most of the shots I see him in, so we haven't run that yet.
Honey.
So of course we featured him in Swerve's what is that, September issue? Yes, and that was him in Shaka King's.
I had clothes on there.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yes,
That was.
you
I
did.
mean, you're just a natural. You're just
Yeah,
natural.
beautiful.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Ty
Thank you.
is a DJ, musician, actor, model.
All of that.
Husband.
So how did you get in this? How
Husband.
did you get in this business? I mean,
Entertainment?
Yes.
It probably started. I was pretty young. I started modeling. We were in the mall. My mom and I were in the mall, and I was discovered by
And the scout
a
said-
hair company.
Oh,
And
it wasn't
said-
Harvey.
He said he's such a no.
You want a
Actually, I did a
model?
show for Harvey, so that's
I'm
that's funny
sorry,
too.
that was too easy.
But
Hi,
that's
Harvey.
But that's pretty much how I got started. I started out modeling, and then I realized I could sing.
What did you like? Did you
And I
go
could
to
play
Milan?
instruments.
Was it like Tyra Banks? Did you go to
I
Milan?
didn't go
and-
to Milan, but I
Okay.
did go to Sweden, Norway, Denmark. I did, did some Ray Ban, did a bunch of different.
What instruments
ads.
do you play?
You need a book.
French horn, trumpet, piano, drums.
Oh, he's a regular prince.
So you do. So you.
You
So
are
you
multi-talented.
model, and I know you were acting because the last time one time I spoke to you, you said you were in The Wiz, right? You were doing a version of The
that
Wiz.
was a play.
Right.
Yeah, I do that too.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
So what is the?
Actually, that was a singing play
Really? What-
that I was in.
what
So I
character
sang.
did you play?
I was actually one of the Wizzes. That was an interesting
Oh.
twist to the Wiz. So there were 3 wizards, and the audience had to figure out who the actual wizard was, and I was one of them.
Okay.
Oh.
And I had to sing.
We missed that, Tony.
Yeah, how did we miss that?
That was in Arlington.
No,
right?
that
it?
was in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Oh, okay. That's why we missed
Yes.
it. All right.
Yeah,
That
that'll
was a
do.
train ride.
So
yes,
Jesus.
I played Glinda in The
Did you?
Wiz. Yeah,
the Good Witch.
the Good Witch,
Okay.
Glinda.
Which version?
You know,
In
the
the,
Wiz
origi-
or the
in
Wizard
the
of
original,
Oz?
in the original version,
Okay.
but I became pregnant, and Dee Dee Bridgewater took my place. She was
That's,
my
that's Dream Girl.
That's what happened.
no,
She was
She did say
she
that
was
about
the
Dream
original
She was the
Glinda.
she was the original Glinda.
Oh,
She
no,
She was
I
the
remember that. I
incredible
do.
Dee Dee
I do
Bridgewater,
remember
yes.
that. Dee
Yes,
Bridgewater.
the
I do
fabulous
remember
Dee
that.
Dee Bridgewater.
Yeah, I love Dee Dee Bridgewater too. All right, so where you from? Tell us who you are. For
Okay,
those
so-
of us that don't know.
Actually, my real name, a lot of people do know that, but
What's your
it's
real
Tyrone
name?
Reginald Spencer,
Okay,
and I'm from Athens, Greece.
I didn't know that.
Well, now
You know, I
Yes.
never knew you were from Athens.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my goodness!
See, we learned something new. So
We
how did you
learn
end up
something new
here?
every
How I
day.
ended up here? We came here. My family came here. So that's how that happened.
Okay,
That's where
gotcha.
that's that
Work.
beautiful.
But I mean,
God.
like,
Look at the tones
right? I
in
mean, there
his
had to be
skin.
something that brought them here. Was it
Jobs.
opportunity?
Like,
Gotcha.
like everything, opportunities.
Okay.
Opportunities. Plus, I don't think my mom really wanted to stay in Greece. At the time, in the 60s, the late 60s, there was civil war between Turkey and Greece.
Right.
Right.
And
Right.
2 small children. She was like, we need to get up out of here.
Wow.
And so we did.
Oh, he's trying to get you to talk.
Oh,
to the
I'm sorry.
mic. Yeah.
Yes,
So we did.
that's what people are saying. Talking to the mic.
Okay.
All right.
And so we did. So from Athens, Greece.
Uh-huh.
Lived in Michigan. Went to school in Michigan. Went to Michigan State. Went to Norfolk University. I'm a
He went to Norfolk
business
too.
I did.
professional. So I'm also an IT person. Besides being DJ,
But you've
model,
done
and all that
you've
stuff.
done club promotion.
I've done
you've
all of that.
Right.
I did club promotion with Luke Huff for about 13
Hey,
or 14
Big Luke.
years.
Yeah.
You're a regular Renaissance man.
remember
You are
we did a
amazing.
feature on Luke.
Yeah, you did. That was a
You
great
are
article.
amazing.
We did a feature on Luke. He wanted to tell his story. It was
Yeah,
really
it was
it
a
was
great
great.
article.
It
It
was.
was great.
Yeah, he was.
We
Yeah,
love
so-
you. I just want to say this to you publicly. I want to thank you, DJ
Uh-oh.
Suspense, publicly.
Okay.
Because whenever the Ass Racine show calls,
Yes.
you are always there. You never turn us down. And you have the ability to give your gift and do it in a way that you give back to the community, and you ask for nothing in return. So most people don't have that kind of gracious spirit.
Wait, no, hold on. Wait a minute, Racine. Thank you, I appreciate that.
No. When I'm talking about
my new favorite.
For giving back and making a difference for public service in the community, you do a lot of outreach that is amazing that people don't see. That you do a lot of stuff on the background where you're always pulling young people together, making sure they're getting involved.
You did.
You do a lot of
I
stuff.
do mentor children.
And just amazing. Your community service is
Thank you.
It's outstanding.
Well, I really appreciate that,
what
especially
is your
coming from
community
you.
service? What is
so,
it?
I'm all about self-empowerment for youth.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's through music, through intellect, whatever, through family, I'm all about that because I think that we as a people need to embrace one another and lift each other up.
Amen.
And sometimes you don't get that from your parents or from your sister or your brother
or your
people
peers
that in your immediate family.
Yeah.
So you need somebody from the outside.
Right.
And fortunately, I have a platform where people look up to me and say, "Hey, I like what you look like, or I like how you DJ, or I like how you sound like you have some sense about you."
Right.
And a lot of people in Facebook land are just tuning in. Please like and share, but also people that don't know you, could you give them your handle or type it in?
Okay, I'll type it in, but it is DJ Suspense. That's with a C. That is my pet peeve, by the way, when my DJ name
because S is too easy.
I know it autocorrects, but it is with a C. DJ Suspense, and it's probably 69, but I'll include all that, and I'll put all my Facebook and I have 3 Facebook pages. I've got
yes, you do. You do have
100,000
multiple
followers.
We appreciate it. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Ron.
Well, and then
Tony
DJ Suspense is famous for his Sunday soul.
Yeah.
What is it? Soul.
It's a soulful house show.
Soulful house show, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
So tell people how did that come about, and how can they access it?
That's a great question. So my manager, Joseph James Hall, he's always trying to figure out ways of expanding me out into the stratosphere and make people know who I am.
You.
Yeah, pimping me. Well, that's how we, make our key.
Gotcha.
So I was a little hesitant to join Facebook altogether.
Yeah.
My best friend Dennis got me to do that. And then once I got on, I was like, whoa, these are all customers.
Right.
And so he said to me, well, you know what? You need to take this DJ thing on the road. And I said, okay, well, that's what we're doing. And he said, no, go on Facebook Live. And I was like, I'm so nervous about that. I don't know how I could, how I'm going to entertain people by just playing music. I don't want to talk into the mic or do anything like that. I just want to play music. And surprisingly enough, a few 100,000 views later.
Wow. And so can people download the...
They cannot.
I tried to download it and play it for a party once. It didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, there are ways of doing it. Of course, I'm not going to advertise how you can do that.
Right.
Because I do
We
sell,
just book you.
I'll take after Racine. I do sell my mixes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
sell
know
it
that.
on my website.
Okay.
www.djsuspenseNDC.com.
So you can buy it and download it?
Yeah, you can buy them and download them. That's
I didn't
correct.
know that. Okay.
But I do also appreciate people playing the mixes, at parties, on their TVs, on big screens. All that stuff works for me.
So we have to make sure we do that. So I know you're doing so many things, but you're a part of the Swirl and Chords project that Alvin King from King and I Productions is doing, right?
Yeah, that's a big event that's happening this Saturday.
December 1st. And Alvin was on the show a couple weeks ago. Can we show that clip for Swirls and Chords? All right. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to be so fabulous.
It's going to be fantastic.
So you're DJing.
Yes.
You're not in the show? You're not modeling?
No. We actually had kicked that around initially, but because just the logistics of the show.
One outfit? You could do one outfit.
I might, you know me. I'm gonna show up.
Right.
And show out.
So.
And you're not a regular model. You're a signature model. So you've got to close one of the designer shows.
I'm one of those old models. So
right.
Those are the best ones.
Season.
Do like Iman would do. She would go in the other girl. She's like, I'm not wearing this. And she'll go pick out an outfit.
I was
from
actually in
the
a
other girl.
fashion show that Naomi Campbell was in when I was 20-something. And she literally flew in, walked the runway, got her money, and then got back on the plane and left. And I was like, wow.
That's what it's about.
I taught her that move.
Oh, did you?
That's legendary.
They must have did her hair and makeup on the plane.
No idea. She just showed up.
Hey,
she learned that from my.
I need your agent, Naomi. Anyway,
okay, really.
So what can we expect from that event? I know Alvin talked about it a great deal.
So it's going to be a lot of great fashion. You saw, I'm not Alvin, so I can't name all the designers, but there are, I believe, 8 designers.
And there were some that we have featured: Clarence Black,
Yes.
Douglas said,
Yes, amazing artists,
right? And Andrew,
amazing
right?
designers.
Yeah.
So there's going to be amazing fashion. It's going to be fantastic music. So I'm actually programming that
Right.
tonight
And you have the fabulous Angela Stribling.
And Angela
that's
Stribling,
right.
that's correct.
So so folks, if you're in the Washington D.C. area, that is the event to do to attend.
It's going to be
December 1st.
amazing.
It's gonna be. I think it's sold out. If I remember,
I
believe
don't
it
think
is.
so.
I think it is.
And I need an outfit. Does anyone have? I'm a 42. I'm a 42 athletic regular.
I told you I got you.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. And my style is very conservative.
Yes, your back is too big for my gown, so your back is a.
We're gonna step you out your box a little bit. But I got
really?
You.
Well, I want.
We'll put you in a
I
waist
need
clincher.
something that's going to photograph well, because I'm sure they're
That's
taking.
all right.
Get something sparkly.
We're gonna put
Sparkly.
something a bold color.
I'm
You said
open.
no to sequin. But
No sequence.
Okay,
Don't
I'm
wear
gonna give you
black.
a nice
Don't wear
bold.
black.
All right. Well,
We'll put you in
beauty.
bastard amber.
yeah. I don't want to look like. I don't want to look like a waiter. What did you say? What'd you call it?
She gonna put you in
Bastard
bastard
amber.
amber.
What is that?
Who knows?
It's the
Something-
right shade for you.
it's
Call
pink.
Jackie Washington. She
It's called Jackie Walsh. She'll get you together.
She'll get you together.
I got
Now I don't want to look like a clown.
No.
Do
Please don't
I,
do
do
that.
I ever look like a
Don't let that
clown?
be the photo.
I
We'll
got
put
you
you.
covered.
You look good
I
and
got you
beautiful.
covered.
No, actually, you look good in wonderful earth tones.
And
Earth
Yarday,
tones.
can you dust me? I just need a dusting, a powder,
a slight
you know,
dusting?
something with the brows, maybe. Anyway.
that
So
too.
yes. So I'm sorry, we're being foolish. So yes, swirls and chords. Okay.
This
Yeah,
is
so
gonna be great.
It's gonna be a lot of entertainment. Then there's a after party afterwards where I'm DJing for a couple of hours. So
That's gonna be fabulous.
that's gonna be bang.
And there's another holiday party that night. Darren Snell's doing his annual birthday party.
There's a lot to do. I mean,
it's actually almost 20 events going on that.
Well, you know,
same
the
day.
district.
Yeah, December 1st.
I was going to say the district is notorious for
Right.
parties. I've got so many parties this weekend, next
and there's
weekend,
enough room at the
right.
table for everyone.
all the way through Christmas.
Well, DC is the black gay capital of the country. Well, it's the gayest city in America, but it's also the black gay capital. I tell people because
It really is.
there's so many other things to do. And that's a good thing. All
I ain't
right.
mad about it.
So what else is going on?
So I do want to circle back to my show because I don't get a lot of opportunity to. I never talk on my show. It's all music.
Right, you play music, right?
And me dancing.
And with
acting a
shirt
fool,
off, with shirt off.
having fun. But I do want to thank Fazia
Okay.
Kurim. She's actually from the UK. She's been a ride or die since the very beginning, and she's the one who's helped me corral my 100,000+ followers.
How do you get 100,000+ followers?
A lot of hard work.
Really?
And then I also want to give a shout out to my virtual bartender, Devin K. Cook.
Okay.
He's amazing.
But you know how you
Gets all
also
the
get
tips.
it. That you're being very modest. You get it because you have a talent.
Right.
Thank you.
You have
Thank
a
you.
look and you have a gift and you're likable
I appreciate
and
that.
people love your spirit. It's people can really get caught up in this industry, whatever that
That's
may
true.
be. But attitudes and they start believing the hype. But people know you, they feel your energy, your warmth. It comes through in your music. First of all, your music takes us on an amazing journey.
Oh,
It
yes,
does.
yeah. I've been
Yes,
to
it
some of your
does.
parties. It's
you
very
are
spiritual.
one of those DJs. You
I've
have
DJed
something
for
for
you
everything.
before.
Oh, yes. You give us
Yes.
the Frankie Knuckles
Yes, I do. The whole experience.
spiritual
Yes.
movement. Yes.
It's amazing.
It
Hi
really
to
is.
Shook Shane, one of the incredible
And it's kind of weird
international
because
singers.
my
Thanks for
mother
tuning
watches
in.
my show, and although she birthed me,
Does she?
I think she
Mom
told
get a
me
twirl
she's here
in?
for the comments. She likes all the comments because some of them are very good. Keep them coming. But she watches the show, and I try to, keep it a little PG, but it does get hot in there.
PG.
So
Mother be in that kitchen turning, playing spades,
Does
in the
she-
kitchen twirling.
Does mother get her powder out so she
be
can
frying
twirl?
chicken.
I don't know. You have to ask her
Mother
that,
be
but I do
turning,
know
she be
that
in there
she
with her good
does
girlfriends
enjoy the
kicking
show.
and twirling, because you take us back, baby. You take us on
I
a
do.
journey. Honey.
Now-
Your mother be in there rock steady into Aretha.
There's one problem with DJing on Facebook, though, here as of late. Now, back in the day when I first started, about a year and some change ago, I could DJ for 2 hours.
Okay.
Now they've got all these filters on there that are blocking and cutting off my
Right,
mixes. I'm
right.
nervous about what songs I'm
Is it
getting ready to
all
play.
because of licensing,
And so for those of you
copyright?
that now get to hear me talk, the reason why I do not play your favorite song till the end is because it will get cut off and the show will end.
Isn't that
I've got
terrible?
about 35 to 40 seconds to play each song, and I have a little timer clock on my console that I look at.
Wow.
So when y'all
Is
might
it
be
because
wondering, what is he
want
looking
they
at?
want their money? They want
I don't know. I just don't
It's
want my show cut
licensing.
off.
Yeah, they
Right,
want their
right.
coin. You know the deal. You can't go. Everybody knows
Isn't
about
that
licensing.
terrible? I
and
mean,
coin.
if anything, we've had that problem before. And if anything, you're just promoting the song.
That's how I look at it too.
But doesn't that go back to with record sales and
Well, now
like with
so much is tied to the
streaming,
right,
and these artists
right.
are not making money on their music anymore.
But that's not true, because I am also a producer, and I have a few songs that are out, and I get paid all the time from people streaming my music.
Really?
All the time. I get these.
Well,
little
tell us
pop-ups that
about.
me
Well, tell
the
us
show.
about that. Where can we hear your music?
So
at?
I have.
This is original music.
Yeah,
you
this is
made.
original music that I made. I've
Okay.
got a few songs on iTunes. I've got
Under what moniker? What name?
under DJ Suspense. What other name?
All right, DJ Suspense.
We're gonna look it
We're
up.
gonna work together in
SUSPENCE.
2019, DJ. Since I'm putting it in the air.
And I do a lot of beats. And
I'm
I
going
do-
back in the
I primarily
studio.
do remixes, so I have to be
What
careful
kind of
with that
music?
too. Everything. I have a thing that I call hip house, which is mixing
I like
classic hip hop.
Do you
with
own
new house
that?
beats.
Do you own that?
I don't own the
Because
jargon,
Racine
but-
is gonna steal it. I'm gonna tell you.
No, it's that. No. That,
Racine
it's-
knows I'm
uh-uh.
hip house. She knows that.
I know that's yours.
Yeah, that's
Racine
mine.
will steal it.
No,
All
she
right.
can't have that.
Lies,
Y'all have all heard me
that's
say
his.
it too.
They all stole from me.
Just ex Yardé. Just ex Yardé. Ooh. If I hear you say hip house, I'm gonna say
They
ooh,
all stole from
that's
me.
not
Be
yours.
awful.
But it has to be like a classic
Brandy.
hip-hop
Okay.
track mixed with.
Lies
So
of
do you have a
Manila.
video or
Lies of
something?
I don't have any videos.
Let's do a video. Let's do a music video.
I'm
Let's
like
go.
you. You're gonna fund it.
I know some people that can do it.
okay, well, then
for
let's
a
make it
bucket
happen.
of chicken. They can
Let's
come up with something.
Hey, let's make
So
it
he's
It's
an
happen.
time.
artist. I didn't know you. I didn't know you
Yes,
produced
absolutely.
music as well.
And
So-
your bartender said you on iTunes and Apple Music.
Yeah, my bartender.
Oh, okay. I got Apple Music. I'm
Yes.
gonna go check that.
I'm
out.
gonna check it out when I get in my car.
A lot of times, what I'll do is I'll create a backbeat if I really want to play a popular song, like "Smile." I'll have to create a backbeat because I know Facebook will cut it off. So I will
Oh,
create
I hear
a
what you're
backbeat,
saying.
remix it, and then play it for y'all on Saturday.
Right, right.
So I do that.
So when you
Yes,
you
it's
redo
Jackie
someone's
Washington
song,
Day.
do you have to get their permission? I
You
can't
do if
remember.
you want to sell it.
Oh, but you can perform it all day long, right?
Yeah, I haven't had any trouble. I don't know if there's any wood that I can.
As long as you're not charging people
No, I'm not charging.
to come listen to it. Okay, all right. What's Rodney saying?
Rodney is saying, Rod Chambers
Is it
saying,
Jackie Washington Day?
We're quoting all the
Hey,
famous
Rod.
lines
Are we
from
try-
Jackie
are we?
Washington. We love Jennifer Lewis. And if you're ever in D.C., please come by the show. We'd love to
The
have you.
Ass Racine show or our show?
Swerve.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
sure,
yeah, we
sure.
want her on Swerve.
Oh, absolutely. She would be a hoot. Anything else going on we want to talk about? What do y'all want to talk about? We got
Everything.
plenty
You
of
know what I
time.
want to talk about? Who is living their best life?
Oh,
Who
Lord.
is inspiring me? The queen of everything, Diana Ross. At 74,
yeah.
she is
I heard
living
she
her
was on the
best life.
Macy's.
Oh,
Me
my
and my
goodness, that was
91-year-old
nice.
mother watched her on the Thanksgiving
See, I didn't
parade
see
with
it.
her
That was
entire
nice.
family wearing
Really?
She had her
winter
whole family.
white, blowing in the wind.
Of course that hair was
She
blowing in the wind.
Oh, yeah.
Serving. It was, my mother raised up out her chair to see all those beautiful colored people on TV on Thanksgiving parade.
Come on now.
And to have 3 #1 hits, dance tunes in the billboards, it's over. And
Who's got
she's
three
gonna-
does that now?
She did 3 #1
Wait a minute.
this
She has
year.
3 #1 what?
She-
Dance songs.
Dance in the billboard. Not new, all remixes.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
remixes.
all
Okay.
remixes.
Go ahead, Diana.
She's
What-
living up, and she's gonna be on a Macy's Christmas.
I have a couple of Diana Ross
Not
remixes.
the Macy's. She's gonna be at Rockefeller Center. She's performing at Rockefeller.
Oh.
You know, it's nice to see her having a renaissance.
Go ahead,
I think
Diana.
it's
Why
over.
not?
I think it's nice
Well, let
to
me
see
tell you
her.
who I think is living their best life. She's on the
Who?
cover of Essence for December. Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's
She's slaying.
everywhere.
Have y'all got the book yet?
I
She's
know.
saying it. They say the book is amazing.
But
It's
1.5
It's a
million.
book.
Get it.
It's a sold out stadium
Tour.
speaking tour. I was like, when's the album coming out, girl?
Girl.
She already did the photo shoot. She got the book.
Michelle Obama
1.5
and
million
Beyonce.
sold.
I can see it.
Yeah, the book sold 1.5 million.
And it's so funny
Oh,
because
wow.
the Clintons are also on a speaking tour. They were in Canada, and they were showing the empty seats that were
Oh,
up in
no.
the last night.
Shade.
It's a wrap.
That was funny.
And she's talking about running for president
Oh no,
again.
she's not. No, she's not.
Please
No,
don't
she's
let her
not.
run for
She's not-
president
she's
again.
not
No,
I
gonna
think
I
that's
couldn't
just
see
something
it.
that the right wing is putting out there to make us
I hope
nervous.
so. I pray.
Enough is enough.
So let
we
me
love
ask
her,
you,
but enough.
as a DJ,
Yes, sir.
there seems to be a generational sort of divide around musical taste.
Sure.
You know, I mean, you got to be very specific when people say hip hop, and then
Trap.
party, and then right. What? I
Gotta
don't hear
break
them
it
say
down.
trap, but like it's house, R&B, or hip hop. And I go to a party, and I'm like, I don't know any of this music.
Well,
That's because you're old.
That's because you're old.
That's
I
'cause
wasn't
you're
going to
old.
say that.
And where's the beat?
You-
No, I
that's
wasn't
'cause
gonna
you're
say
old.
that, but there
speak for
definitely-
yourself, because me and Tony Nelson can drop it today.
You know I
And call me
can.
beat anytime.
I'm on it. Yeah.
I'm like, who made this? Little G? I don't know who.
No, but there is this thing,
we
there's
are
this
living our best
distinction
life.
in each genre of, trying to make a distinction of sound. So
okay.
hip hop, there's classic, there's trap, there's, what I'm trying to do, hip house. I mean, there's all different
Hip house.
kinds of ways of labeling music and trying
Okay.
to create a niche.
But let me ask you this. I feel like sometimes
And you do all kinds?
I do all.
Okay.
I
play all
think
music.
you have the wonder. It's so amazing to see you as an artist travel all over the world and play.
Thank you.
But I think sometimes it seems to be like there's sometimes a disconnect because overseas house is global.
It is amazing.
And then here in certain areas, pockets, people be like, "What is that?"
But
then-
Racine, I think
music.
people are faking, right?
Yeah, they are.
I do. Because a lot of times people would say, I don't like house music. And then I'll play hip hop all night. And then at the very end, I will play some house. And they actually gig harder to the house than they did to the hip hop.
Right.
It's got
Right.
rhythm. It's music. It's
So,
got.
But hip hop, when you get that,
It's starting to all sound the same, huh, Tony?
a little bit, a
little
little bit,
A little bit.
a little bit.
I know
But I
they're
can.
gonna be mad at me.
But when
But
the
then I
beat drops,
love-
I can still get into
But then I
it.
love
I
with
like it. I love it.
The resurgence of stuff like Collective Minds,
Right.
The wonderful Alternate and all of them doing those wonderful parties.
She's
and
doing the Mid Atlantic Leather Weekend closing party.
I heard
just saw
her
that.
and Lisa Moody.
Okay.
That's gonna be fun. I'll be
and-
there for that.
And I'm sure anywhere leather is, and beating and flogging. Oh
It's gonna be
my!
nice. We can get our party in and our freak on. Same
Yes,
night.
honey. And where Onyx Men reign supreme.
So where have you played all? I mean, you've played all over the world. Like
I
like
played
where?
everywhere. One of the things that I'm either embarrassed by or proud of is that I don't have a residency, which of course allows me and affords me the opportunity to travel.
When you say residency, you mean
Working in a club.
Gotcha,
There's a lot
gotcha.
of DJs are affiliated or associated with a particular club, and if you want to see DJs Suspense, you'll go to fill in the blank.
Right.
I am not that DJ. I DJ wherever I am hired to DJ, and I don't care if that's in California or.
So do you do a
DC.
lot of quote unquote celebrity events?
I do.
Oh.
And no, I'm not gonna name them, but yes.
Can I
do.
I can carry a microphone or something? And-
Well, you can carry the microphone,
And
but then when the
hobnob.
party starts, they're gonna be like, "Thank you." That's usually how that
I'll
works.
be in the VIP.
Thank you for that correction, Ephraim. It's in your day, not. Thank you for that correction.
Yes.
He was sending us who was going to be with
So,
Lisa.
so
With,
what are some hot
Alternate
tunes or
Sound.
hot
Thank you,
beats
beloved.
right now? That everyone seems to like.
Oh man! So the songs that I enjoy playing are I love Hey Hey. You know,
Ooh, baby, when you
Yeah.
played it, I kicks and
Yeah.
twirls.
Do I know Hey Hey?
Yes.
Hey, hey.
Oh, that song
Hey,
is everything,
hey,
honey.
I heard him say.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
hey,
Who does
hey,
that?
that's my
Oh, that's
stripper
Dennis Farrell.
song. That's my
Dennis
pole
who?
song.
Dennis Farrell. I hope I'm
I
saying
love
his
this
name.
song.
Okay. All right. This is house music, y'all.
House music,
Y'all
yeah.
that didn't know.
And of course, I have a lot of friends who are DJs and mixologists and producers. So right now I'm into a duo called, I can't remember Pierre's last name, but it's Pierre and Bruce Bailey from Detroit.
Okay.
I've been playing their music like crazy. Music Man Edition, I play his music like
Now,
crazy.
do you remix as well?
I do. I remix their songs. Sorry, guys. But
You should remix to Mim's project. It's great.
I can.
And it's because he purposely didn't do it. To Mim, I hope you're watching. Shoes. We should get DJ Suspense to remix.
I
Send me
think
the
that's
vocals.
a possibility. Let me ask you, if you had to give us maybe 5 of your top classics, I'm talking about classics.
Yeah.
Classics.
What would they be?
I would say You Used to Hold Me.
Xavier
used to-
Gold.
And who's,
Oh.
that
Xavier
one?
Gold.
Who's that one?
Xavier
Gold.
Gold.
Okay.
Bam, honey. Yes.
Y'all old.
God, anything Frankie Knuckles. I mean,
Of course.
he's one of the reasons why I'm DJing.
The
So
whistle song, right?
The
Isn't
whistle
that-
song.
Oh, the whistle song.
The
anything.
Diva project he did, that was
Anything.
over.
Anything. Let me see. Brighter Days.
Of course.
Kashmir.
Who sang that? I can't remember who
That
sang
was
that.
might be
featuring
Barbara
Cashmere
Tucker-
and
Cashmere, yeah.
I was gonna say, that wasn't
Barbara
Tucker.
Tucker's.
Barbara.
Beautiful.
Barbara Tucker.
Beautiful People.
Beautiful
Barbara Tucker,
People's
period.
over.
Barbara
Yeah.
Tucker.
She is
Yeah.
everything, and we love you,
I hear
Barbara
she's still
Tucker.
performing.
Oh,
Yes.
she is super
Yes.
big
Yes.
overseas, like in Ibiza.
Yes.
She's like the Whitney Houston.
I wanna go to
Ibiza.
Where?
I
In
wanna go to
Ibiza.
Well, you know, I
She
hope
can't even walk down the street in Ibiza.
Did she
Just
get
say, they go
paid?
crazy.
I
My
wonder
girlfriends
if
in
she
Ibiza
does.
go
Did
over
she get
for
paid
her.
from Kanye West sampling?
I'm sure she did.
Because it wasn't that he sampled. It sounded like it was her voice.
You get paid for royalties when you sample people.
I was like, well, why didn't you just invite Barbara to
and
perform in the
Kanye,
video?
I'm sure is.
Someone said
Wealthy
Dr.
enough to
Love,
pay.
first choice.
Yeah,
is
Dr.
definitely
Love,
classic.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
classic.
yeah, that is a
Our
classic.
first choice, period.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many classic songs that are great.
Gotcha.
That-
No. Colonel
Somebody said that was
Abrams?
Deja in Brighter Days and Cashmere.
Brighter
Days.
Days.
Brighter
Deja?
Yes.
Deja.
Oh my God, I remember her. Yeah.
Nomad. I mean, we could
Right.
do this all night.
All right, we got one more.
Oh,
minute.
we got 1 minute. My
So,
classic will be
Swirl
probably anything by
and-
Sylvester or
Swirl and
Dynamite.
Chords.
Swirl and Chord,
Songs
y'all.
and Silhouettes. Songs and Silhouettes.
Okay.
It's December 1st, 8 o'clock.
December
That's
1st,
gonna be a
8
big
o'clock
deal.
at Arena Stage in Washington, D.C. If you're
Right.
here, make sure you come check it out. All
Please
right.
do. And if you don't see that, then you can turn right around on Sunday at 4 o'clock on my Facebook Live show.
Eastern
Standard Time.
Okay.
4 o'clock on the dot.
And
I'll be playing.
And we want to go to Apple
Music,
iTunes.
iTunes. I'm sure I'm a lot of places. Google Music. I'm sure I'm a lot of places.
And so we just need to. We want folks to go to your page and follow you.
Okay.
Also.
I will-
That's what
I
they
will
need to
include
do.
that
That's what
information
they need to do. All right.
on the page.
right.
Anybody got anything else they want to add? What? No,
Well, just
Racine
thank
is
you.
silent.
Support us. Follow us at Racine, all forms of RAYCEEN, the Ask Racine Show, all forms of social media. Please send us an email at askracine@gmail.com. We're looking for sponsorship. No amount is too big or too small. But if you can't give to us, give to the Swerve Show because that's,
Give to the
that's
Swerve
a collective
Show.
family effort.
That's right.
And
I
so-
want-
I will
say
say-
one other thing.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to thank Racine and Swerve because you guys use me a lot. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
I
we love to use
appreciate
you
being
more.
in your magazine.
Of course.
You know, I appreciate all
It's
the
a
And we're gonna
beautiful
do something. We
story.
need to do a cover sometime soon.
I'm already ready for it.
That's a
Are y'all ready for it?
Isn't he gorgeous?
It's
We
a
should-
beautiful- it's a
I
beautiful- oh my
forgot
God.
to show you
Yes.
on Momentum, and then Obvious, of course. We've got that one. Yes.
Jairus Madison.
Beautiful.
All right, y'all.
Maurice.
Well, thank you all for joining us. Are we good on time? We're good?
Yes, we're good on time.
All right. We got one other item. Any other items?
Just live your best life.
Live your
people.
best life.
Well,
Live your
folks,
best life.
hey, World AIDS Day. Know your status. Go get tested.
Get tested.
Get tested, y'all. As Phil Wilson said, what did he say? I think 40% of the new cases are black, are from black people. 50% of the deaths are African Americans, and then we make up 12% of the population. And amongst black gay men, it's 1 in 2 of us are expected to be HIV positive throughout our lifespan.
Oh, wow.
And so,
Take care of yourselves, people.
It's
And during this holiday season, please remember you don't have to be alone. There are places at the DC Center, Casa Ruby,
very
all
important.
over
That's
the
DC,
doors
but
are
what
open.
about
And
everywhere
DMV,
else? Go to
all-
check your
and
resources
check
around the
all the
country.
LGBT centers in every city hold holiday gatherings.
That's very
Also, during
important.
this
That is
time,
important.
Very
if you're in a
important.
dark place, please remember to reach out, call 911. Or wherever you are in your city, but please remember that the suicide hotline, the 1-800 number, is available national. It's a national number, so please, you are not alone, and please remember to reach out.
That's right. All right. Well, y'all, thank you.
Thank you.
And we will see you next week. Enjoy your weekend. Get ready for the holidays. Thank you, Jacob. All right. Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio. Oh.